let Erica like jam in the background because I love me some Erica Badu. I don't know where she been, but love her music. That's probably low enough. So, um, this again, like I said, has been really heavy on my mind today because someone very close to me has made some dodo brain decisions. I'm gonna turn this off. Because I guess, and that's why I said they could be a bag man. There are people out there that I think are dependent on the thought of being with somebody. And I understand wanting companionship, and I understand wanting to be around somebody, but it is okay to have a friend. I know David and I have done some blogs, and I've done some independent blogs about relationships and sustaining them. That's if you're in one and you're at that point in your life where you can handle one. But there are some people that need to just come to a reality that you don't need to be in a relationship at all. At all. Because there's a maturity that you need to have about yourself. Okay, so the computer reflection is not going to work. But there's some people out there that won't be honest enough with themselves to say, I'm jacked up. Like, for real jacked up. You can't be in a relationship today. Month and a half go by, break up, week go by, you in another relationship, week and a half go by, you broke up, 2 months later you in another relationship. Like, that's a really ugly cycle to be a part of. And for guys and for girls, like, I understand saying I'm a free spirit and I do what I want to do. That's all well and good, but you know, you end up in a situation where don't nobody want to be with somebody who they know is in and out of a relationship every other month. That doesn't show stability mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Because if you're trying on different relationships for size, you're never going to find one that fits. Because you're always going to look for one to be a little bit more open-hearted. You're going to look for one person to be more understanding. Nobody's ever going to be good enough. And that's a really, really bad cycle to start. So I want kind of to talk about where does that thought process come from that you can be in so many different relationships for a short period of time? Or is it like not okay to be friends anymore? Like, is there, I guess that's my question, is there anything wrong with being friends? I know the answer. But is that like, what is it, the generation? Is it, you know, what's in the media? From a media standpoint, I despise BET and everything that is on BET. I'm not a little bit of a fan. If I could remove it from my channel lineup, I would. Because there are just some things that are advertised on BET. And I understand, yeah, I've heard the whole MTV, BET, and VH1 are all the same company. I don't care. BET is the pits. Because it's teaching our generation, who unfortunately comes straight home from school and turns on 106 in Park, that it's okay to disrespect women, that it's okay to disrespect men. I mean, everybody's talking about how women are disrespected. Yeah, women are definitely disrespected, and I'm not trying to say that, you know, it should be tolerated or anything. I'm not saying anything like that, but nobody's looking at the fact that men are disrespected too. Just get his money, get him to buy you drinks, get him to take you shopping. Man, get a job. Get your own stuff. Quit looking for somebody to support you. Half the problem now is that you want somebody else to come in and take the place of a responsible figure in your life, and they're irresponsible when you found them. So I think that, yeah, media may have a part of it, but like, where is this mentality coming from that it's okay to go from person to person to person? Like, no joke, over 4 months, if you've had 5 different girlfriends, I don't want to meet her. I don't want nothing to do with her. Now, I know you're going to watch this. I don't want nothing to do with her. Because it just doesn't make sense. And I don't feel it. I don't understand where the mentality comes from. And I know that there'll be an answer blog that I do, because I want to read you guys' comments, and I probably will do it tonight if I get enough comments on it. And I'm willing to start like a dialogue about it, because women, I can only speak for women, David may be able to chime in on men, but love to say that there are no good men out there. Yeah, there are. And plenty of them. But you're not looking for a good man. You looking for an ATM card that can talk. And you're not going to get anything out of that. Get to know who the person is before you quick to call them a girlfriend or boyfriend. That's why you're breaking up every couple of months. And, I guess Facebook land, that's where some of these statuses come from, and in a relationship, out of a relationship, and putting your business out there if you don't want anybody to talk about it, because I definitely think it's an important topic. I think that's where a lot of it comes from. You don't even know who you are dating. You have no idea what they're about. You don't know that they're not stable emotionally, because 2 months after knowing their first name, you quick to call them your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Stop looking at every person who you're attracted to and every person who holds a conversation with you as a potential mate. Again, not realistic. Get to know that person and give it some longevity. 8 years, 8.5? 8.5 years I've known David. There's not anything that he can do that's gonna surprise me at all, because I know him, and I know what kind of person he is, and I know what makes him tick. I know what makes him react. So in a month, you guys won't see Destiny Hill is single, because I know who he is now. Don't get me wrong. People can act out of character. People can do some pretty wild stuff, because, I've been in a relationship with somebody who I thought I really knew. But from day one, because I chose to be blind, they gave me clues of who they really were. I just chose what I wanted to see and what I didn't want to see. So you have to look and see when you meet somebody. Are you making excuses for them? Are you trying to make yourself happy? Because really, you can be happy by yourself. Like, find some good friends and a good church. Potter's house. Come to Brick House Friday nights. Get some food in your life, like some real food in your life, and find out who you are. Because the time to get to know yourself is not while you're getting to know somebody else. You cannot be led through the self-discovery process at all. It's something that you're going to have to figure out. And one of the hardest things that you do as a young adult is going to be to get to know yourself. My mother told me that. And I was like, whatever. Something that old people say. Which she would kill me if she heard me say old people, because she's not old at all. But the hardest thing that you do in life is get to know yourself. Because you can lie to everybody else, but you cannot lie to you. When you close your eyes at night, you know who you are. You know what you've done, and you know the meat and potatoes of you and what you're made of and what you stand for. So once you get to know yourself and you're stable and you're together, then find a friend. A friend. Get to know that friend. Don't get to know them as somebody to date. Just find out who they are, what they like to do. You know, hang out every now and then. Get you another friend. Hang out. Because I don't understand what makes somebody a boyfriend so quick or a girlfriend so quick. Is it just because you like to hold hands and go to movies? Because anybody can do that. So people talking about they love each other in like weeks. That's crazy to me. Completely asinine to me that you just think you're in love and ready to marry somebody after 2 weeks. I hope she drank the last of your milk when you real hungry in the morning. I hope the last of your milk is gone. I hope the last piece of turkey went between 2 slices of bread and she devours it. Because you didn't know that she was selfish. Like, you just don't get it yet. And from somebody speaking from experience, and I'm hoping to hear from some other people that have experience, get to know somebody before you jump into a relationship with them. And if they don't have any spiritual foundation, stop making excuses for people. Period. They either are about God or not. Take them to church. But don't sit there trying to turn a hot mess into your Prince Charming or your princess, and she ain't got anything going for herself spiritually. Because when times get tough, you're going to realize that there's nothing there as a foundation. Because if you're not founded on God, you're not founded on anything. Your relationship shouldn't work. No, your relationship won't work. Excuse me. And disagree all you want, but good luck. And tell me how that works out for you. I think that the media plays a big part in this mentality of, oh man, yeah, that's my girl, or yeah, that's my boo. Don't call me your boo. Like, we joke about it, but don't call me your boo. Grown woman. Get to know somebody. Find out what they're about. Move forward slowly. Like, put your car in neutral and see how far it goes. There's no reason to rush. Especially if that's who God has for you. It's going to come in its season, at its right time. He's going to be where he needs to be. You're going to be where you need to be. If you're within walking distance, y'all can make that walk together. But you'll know. But you do not need to bend over backwards trying to create the person that you want. Because you're meeting their representative when you first get their name. Because they're going to tell you all the good things. They're going to tell you everything that you want to hear. And it's going to take a little bit for that to wear off. Especially if they're a good liar. I mean, it's something my grandmother used to say. You ain't got to lie if you just tell the truth. So, if you find somebody who really isn't comfortable with who they are, listen to what they say. Listen to the stuff that they tell you about themselves. And if it sounds like they're just trying to give you a really good brochure on who they are, move on. Just move on. Because they're hiding something. I don't know what, but they're hiding something. But if you get a good feeling, it feels like they're a cool person, just somebody that you would like to get to know a little bit more about, I say thumbs up. So I'm not going to dig any deeper. I want to get some of your feedback. So I'm going to post this really quick. I'll be up for a minute. See what you guys have to say, and I'll do an answer video because something tells me this is going to spark a really good dialogue.